Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your 15th to the 31st of July tarot reading. So I'm going to pull 6 cards. You're my third reading and I've had to clarify every single person's reading. There's just a lot of confusion going on. All the planets are in retrograde, so it tends to mean we're going back to complete things that were left incomplete. Interesting though, your Lenormand is the garden. So the garden's about socialization, being out in the world. So if some of you Capricorns have been feeling very contained by the circumstances, this is a really nice card to have. So much more being with people, connecting, so that sort of thing. But you're the only person who's got it, so you are my third reading. But I'm really hoping your reading is straightforward. I'm sort of laughing. Dear, and I'm still doing the collective reading, so it'll be up there, and it's the way that I'm doing it, and maybe that's so I can try and keep out the global situation from the personal readings. So that will be on my channel if you check it out. I'm finding they've been very clear about what's going on. So behind you is the 9 of Cups. The gift is the High Priestess, which is not the garden whatsoever. She's about contacting your depth. She is about instinct, intuition, body knowing, soul knowing. The challenge is the 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's already bizarre because the 2 of Cups would be very much the garden. Yeah, the High Priestess is very much about the dream time, spending time very deep, and it's about your soul knowing, contacting your instincts, guidance, that sort of thing. The Strength card is other people's energy. You might be dealing with a Leo, or you might be dealing with someone who's withholding a little bit. It tends to be how the Strength card shows up in relationships. It's got different meanings, so I'm going to have to clarify it. The Lovers. So now, not straightforward, Capricorn, sorry, because already you can see that, look, the Lovers and the 2 of Cups is a challenge. There's clearly a relationship dynamic. What I need to find out what this is about is the Strength card. The Strength card can be a bit of a withholder, and I am extremely sorry to say that you're dealing with a withholder, Capricorn. Okay? Deep breath. Deep breath. Yeah. Because the Strength card has got such different meanings, but I didn't particularly love the way they were looking in that direction. Yeah? And the fact that you've got the High Priestess as the gift, it's like, okay. If the Lovers was the gift, you understand what I mean? We're dealing with a polarity here between connection and being at one, okay? So you're definitely dealing with someone who's keeping their, someone who's not giving anything away, not, in this deck, the crown chakra is covered up as well, so not following their guidance. They'd be very uptight and quite, is repressed, quite a repressed energy around love you're dealing with. It's always quite challenging when you're dealing with that, Capricorn. It tends to bring the Ace of Cups here, and that's generally the dynamic. But anyhow, behind you, you've got the 9 of Cups. So that is the garden. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of celebration there. And even if you're a party of one is wonderful, because everything in this universe starts from the one. Yeah, so I love it. And the High Priestess is the gift. It's about being very, very much in touch with your own soul here. Yeah. Any more guidance you want to give me? And the Fool card. So it's almost like there's an awful lot of good spirits, been in contact with your soul, and the Fool card, which is the energy always about a new beginning. Yeah, that's sort of walking down new pathways that have never been walked down before, and maybe having quite an open heart as you go forward. And then comes a challenge of the other person. Why is this Two of Cups a challenge, please? One card to tell me why the Two of Cups is a challenge. It's already a challenge if you're dealing with this energy, because love takes. It's a Ten of Swords. I like all the tens because it means there's a completion happening. But because it's a challenge, I wonder if you're dealing with someone who's withholding, definitely withholding, and even the fact they might not have completed the cycle yet. Try, if you can, I know life happens, to allow people to complete their processes before. Yeah, if you can. I know it doesn't always work that way, guys, okay? But the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Swords is a challenge. Is that sort of, yeah, you get the Seven of Swords. Unspoken energy, shadow card with the Ten of Cups. It's like something's not being properly brought into the light. Now, that's not a cliche, because when you get shadow cards, it talks about unresolved and unspoken dynamics with another person. Yeah. The 10's quite an optimistic card. That's the difficulty's nearly over. But look, they're both sort of keeping their feelings deeply, deeply, deeply close to their chest, and that's why you've got the shadow energy, the unspoken, unclear communication, because love takes transparency. You cannot have it unless two people's cards are on the table, and that is the challenge you're dealing with here. Now, under the High Priestess is the Lovers. So again, we're dealing with a very strange, I mean, this is a Gemini card. It's about relationships, but with the High Priestess over it, I would not say that the relationship was in, so there's not a flow between yous, and the flow is not happening, probably because of this energy and unspoken communication, and the outcome is the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands tends to be a waiting card, as most of you know, not everyone's favourite card. But look what comes afterwards. Eight of Wands, which is an awful lot of communication. But the Three of Wands is, you know, Capricorn, how we deal with our circumstances is the power that we do have. Yeah. So this can be a card of waiting for your ships to come in, or it can be a card of deep, deep, deep tranquility and envisioning the world that you want to create. And when we enter into a situation peacefully, then there's no such thing as a bad card. It's just a process we're in. Because look, here comes the Eight of Wands, which is about communication. Eight of Wands tends to be a very, very positive card. We're clearly dealing with a dynamic here of, it's almost like I've got a relationship, but yous are poles apart. Yeah. The irony is, Capricorn, I do not get you in a bad space. So tell me more why the High Priestess is the gift. Yeah, Seven of Wands, which means you're honouring what lies behind the door. So you know when we're young, or when our self-esteem's very bad, and we believe we just, we just take what's given to us. I mean, not completely, but we don't value what lies behind this door, do we? And I always think what lies behind that door is the most precious gift that we have, which is our heart, our sexuality, who we give our time to. And when we honour that as almost like the Empress card, which comes next, as the highest value, and almost going, oh my gosh, whoever I open my heart to is going to will be the most luckiest person in the world. Yeah, so seeing ourselves as this precious gift, that's what, oh sorry, that's what brings the Empress. You get it? Love into our lives. But the gift is you're protecting, you're valuing yourself. I almost swore there. I absolutely love it. And I love the Seven of Wands. I don't perceive it as a negative card. It might be negative if it's paralleled with the Nine of Swords, because that's contraction through fear. This is a little bit stepping back because of the regard that you have for your own self. So I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Tell me more about this relationship, this Lovers card. One card. I think things are going to start to move. You get the Ten of Swords twice. So the Ten of Swords is a completion card. The Nine of Swords is a card of fear. Eight of Swords has been stuck. All those. And the Ten of Swords talks about a difficult chapter coming to an end. All the Tens do. The Ten of Cups is a very, very happy conclusion. The Ten of Swords to me is about taking a leap of faith. Trusting thy will be done. Give me another Lenormand card to guide Capricorn, because it's not easy dealing with dynamics like this, by the way. Okay, you get the bird, you get the key. It's about freedom. So why the key? Why the key? I'm a little bit, yeah, look. Key, then the swans. So the swans is about love. So is the key for Capricorn their sense of personal worth? Because I would say it's the key to everything in life. Everything. And sometimes we don't have it, but we can fake it to make it. So what would you say to your best friend? And then you act as if, yeah, do you understand that this is your best friend or a child? What would you tell them? And you act as if they're watching. And that's how I fake it to make it. Sort of Queen of Wands energy. Really, really effective tool. And the key seems to be about this self-respect, Capricorn. It's not that you don't. I know you have it. But it's that total honour. Who I let into my life that takes not only my own happiness, but the people around me. And seeing yourself as so precious and advising yourself, what would I advise my best friend to do? As for NLP technique, and then act as if you are that person. And that seems to be the key that's going to bring a change. And if this person's being a withholder, which I pretty much guarantee you they are, honour, people withhold until they don't anymore. Generally takes something like the Tower card to break through it. Or they're just fed up with being miserable and self-piteous, and they get up and they begin to move forward. All right, Capricorn, I'm not quite sure what to say about this reading. I really, really like it, by the way. I love, love, love seeing your greatest value being your sense of self-honour. Wonderful. Lots of love, guys. Bye.